Little People Big World fans have been talking for ages about who Matt Roloff would choose to inherit Roloff Farms. It's been a constant question. Would Jeremy or Zach buy in? Or would the land just stay in Matt's hands forever? Well, based on what's circulating now, it looks like the person stepping up is Matt's youngest son, Jacob Roloff. We know that the farm has caused serious tension. Remember when Jeremy and Zach tried purchasing part of it from Matt, and it fell through? Suddenly, we had Zach and Tori moving away to Washington, with some watchers speculating it was a form of retaliation, or at least a way to distance themselves from the farm's drama. Since then, everything's been murky. How would the land be handled? Who'd take care of the pumpkins? And with Little People Big World itself off the air, a lot of that drama moved backstage. Jacob Roloff, who famously quit filming years ago, recently posted an update that strongly suggests he's the one Matt has chosen as successor. Can you believe that? He basically said he's focusing on Mateo and farm development, hinting the place can finally be something else other than a set. That's huge. Calling the farm a set is so honest since it was the backdrop of the show. It's almost as if he's excited to steer it in a new direction, free from camera crews. Some see it as poetic justice. The youngest kid, who distanced himself from reality TV, coming home to run the family land. Others feel sorry for Zach or Jeremy, believing they once tried and failed to gain control. Regardless, the buzz on social media is overwhelmingly positive. People say Jacob's the most deserving because he's been quietly working the farm for months. Some watchers see him building fences or helping out on big projects, which they interpret as Matt grooming him. Let's not forget that the farm was a huge reason the show lasted so long. Little People Big World aired for years, showing us the ups, downs, weddings, divorces, births, disagreements over land, and more. Once the series ended, so did the checks, so having a plan for the farm became even more crucial. For a while, some watchers assumed it'd land in an outsider's hands if the family couldn't agree. That would have been heartbreaking, given the emotional ties. But now, with Jacob in the spotlight, it appears we might see a new era, a real farm, run by a Roloff who isn't camera-hungry. That part especially intrigues fans. Jacob always disliked the reality TV aspect, calling it exploitative. He left the show years ago, even criticizing some of its storylines. So the notion that he'd willingly take over the farm, despite earlier distancing himself, feels like a big plot twist. The difference, I suppose, is that with filming done, the land can return to being farmland, not a commercial set piece. That might appeal to Jacob's sense of authenticity. Do you prefer the real farm vibe, or did you enjoy seeing it on TV? Let's chat about that in the comments. Meanwhile, we can't ignore how Zach and Tori might feel. They relocated to Washington, with Tori suggesting they wanted a fresh start. But fans can't help wondering if disappointment in farm negotiations played a major part. Now that Jacob's taking the baton, does that confirm Matt never intended to sell to Zach? Or maybe it's just how things shook out. We likely won't get a big confession from any of them, so watchers piece together scraps of social media posts and little hints. Anyway, the overall reaction from Little People Big World fans? Surprisingly upbeat. Often, when the Roloffs make announcements, it unleashes negativity or accusations of greed. But this time, folks say Jacob's the perfect fit. One commenter wrote, "He deserves it. He's the only one actually putting in the work." Another said, "I'm thrilled he's giving it a new start, free from the show's baggage." So, it looks like the youngest Roloff is winning hearts. Let's talk about Matt's perspective. He's always been the farm visionary, but that also caused friction. The botched sale to Zach or Jeremy gave Matt a reputation for driving a hard bargain or holding out for the best deal. Now, we see him leaning on Jacob, maybe because their visions align. Some watchers think he's relieved that someone is continuing the legacy. Others suspect he always intended for Jacob to step up once the show ended. Hard to say. But one takeaway is that the father-son bond might be solid these days, enough for Matt to feel comfortable handing off responsibilities. Now, does this fix all the Roloff family drama? Probably not. Tensions may linger. Zach and Tori might have regrets, or they might be perfectly happy in Washington. Jeremy and Audrey might occasionally mention the farm and get nostalgic. Amy's remarried and living her own life, not as involved in these decisions anymore. Still, for fans who love the farm story, this is big news. The place is staying in the family, presumably with fewer cameras and a more authentic approach. So how about you? Are you cheering for Jacob to revitalize the farm, or do you miss the old cast's involvement? Let me know below. I know some watchers would have liked to see Jeremy or Zach in that role, but hey, life doesn't always go how we expect. And if Little People Big World taught us anything, it's that family can surprise us, especially when land and legacy are at stake. In conclusion, it seems Matt Roloff's handing over the keys to the castle, not to Zach or Jeremy, but to Jacob. The youngest son is celebrating birthdays and teasing farm plans, making it clear he's on a mission. He wants to transform Roloff Farms into something beyond a stage for a reality show. Fans are mostly supportive, eager to see if this marks a fresh chapter. I, for one, can't wait to watch how it unfolds. What about you? Feel free to vent, gush, or simply say hi in the comments. That's all for now, everyone. If you enjoyed this update, hit the like button and subscribe so you never miss my next deep dive into your favorite reality star or show. Until next time, this is Julie signing off. Thanks for tuning in, and I'll catch you in the next video. Bye, everyone.